Alrighty guys, what is up? Welcome back to Satisfactory Update 8 with Lone Debater 7. And today we are going to be building a stator build. That's right, we're going to automate stators and expand out our factory a little bit more, just so we have those available to us. Now those are required in the construction of accumulators, which I don't have unlocked yet, but I know that I would like to unlock them soon. It's probably going to be the next milestone I do. I've been doing the milestones off camera, so I'm sorry for that. I know sometimes you guys like to see it. If you want to have me do the milestones in the episodes, be sure to drop a comment below just saying, hey, make sure you do the milestones when you're recording, and I'll be sure to bear that in mind. Anyway, guys, we are going to get a factory put together so we are capable of building our accumulators once we get the milestone. And I think for this one, we are just going to do a single assembler making them. So the stator recipe is going to make 5 per minute per assembler, right? So I think 5 a minute is probably enough for construction purposes, right? We don't need a whole lot of these. It's only really used in one building, so I think this will be fine. We're going to need 40 wire per minute and 15 steel pipe per minute, which means I need one constructor making steel pipes, which will do 20 per minute. And then for wire, I actually need like just slightly more than one constructor making wire to get this done. Now for this build, I think what I want to try is making it a little more compact than the rest of the builds that we've done so far on the channel. And I'm going to do that by implementing some verticality into our factory. Now, if you're new to Satisfactory, you may be saying, how can you build up into the sky? Well, it is quite simple, and it's definitely something allowable in the game, so I'm going to show you how to do it with this factory. It's relatively small of a build, so, it's not going to take up that large of a footprint if we did it all on the ground, but I thought this is a good opportunity to kind of show how this works. So I think we're going to put the wire up on an upper level, and we'll do the steel pipe down below. So to start, let's get our steel pipe sorted. So I'm going to need a constructor that is making steel pipe. This will do 20 steel pipe per minute for 30 steel ingot. So that's pretty easy. Put that guy in there. Run out of power pole. There you go, buddy. Snap in. Just like that. Just like that. Perfect. So this is powered. It's got its recipe set. Now to fuel this, I do need a foundry to make the steel ingots. And this I think I will just place it right in line because it's going to be a direct feed. Really? I must have misplaced that. Let me try again. I should be able to snap it so it's in line with the input to this machine. No, the foundry has it slightly off center. That's right. Weird. Kind of frustrating, but that's okay. So I actually need it off to the side, slightly like that. So we'll do this. Not a big deal. Plug that guy in. And this is going to be using our alternate carbon steel ingot recipe. Now this alternate recipe comes from the refined power mod. That is how I'm able to do this. And this is going to require 45 carbon dust per minute and 15 iron ingots per minute to give us 30 steel ingots per minute. And you know what? Looking at this, I've changed my mind. We're going to expand this build. We're going to do 2 assemblers making our stators instead of just 1. I know. What are we doing? You said we're just doing 1. But you know what? Since I can generate enough steel to run 2 of them fairly easily, I think we're just going to go for that. Now I am going to grab a merger, and I'm going to try to place it on this belt in the center of this foundation. That's pretty close, if not dead on. So good enough. We will then feed the output of this guy into this guy, and there we have it. Plug this into there. Fantastic. So we're going to do 10 stators per minute, which is fine. We're going to need 30 steel pipe and 80 wire. So this will maybe make the verticality make a bit more sense as to why we need it. So instead of having the constructors right on top, I'm going to have them back a tile so I can do the logistics in front. And this is going to require 2 constructors, each making steel pipe. This is going to generate us about 10 steel pipe extra per minute, but that is a-okay. I am not too concerned about it. And really what I could do here is I could direct feed these into the assembler, so I think I will just do that. This has room for 2 power poles. Excellent. Bring another power pole back. I'm going to need 2 foundries instead of just 1. So we'll place 1 foundry. I want it so it lines up with the input of this constructor. Now that one's not going to do it because they're too close together, so never mind. We will just put them back a tile, and that's okay too. Place them side by side though. We're still going to utilize our alternate carbon steel recipe for these. It's pretty good. It makes the ratio perfect, and I don't have to do any weird splittings or underclocking or any of that nonsense. We can just plug them straight in, boom, boom, and these will do fine. Now I am going to need a total of 90 carbon dust per minute and 30 iron ingots per minute in order to fuel this. So to get the carbon dust, what I need is a single constructor that takes in coal, and that will give us the carbon dust. Now I think I want to put the iron and coal miners right here. So how do I want to set up this constructor? How much room do we have? We have 2 tiles. If I put the constructor like here. So I think I'll put the constructor there. This is going to be making carbon dust. It'll do 100 per minute, so it's slightly more than we need. It requires 40 coal a minute, which is slightly more than an impure node. But that's alright. We'll probably just slam down a normal node, is what I'm thinking. And it'll be just fine. Then we just need a tier 1 miner and don't have to worry about building a tier 2 miner. Now we did automate encased industrial beams last time, so we could place tier 2 miner. We have the stuff being built to construct those automatically, but I think it might make sense to try and just use tier 1 miners. There's no real need to go up a tier. So there is that for our carbon dust. I also need a smelter to make iron ingot for us as well, and I think I'll just place that next door. Yeah, we'll just place this next door. Iron ingot, this will do 30 a minute for 30 ore, so we can run this off of a single impure iron node, which I think we will use the impure iron node. These are all Mark 1 belts because there's nothing that's requiring a really large throughput, with the exception of coming out of the carbon dust. That doesn't want to snap off of there. This one won't snap either. But that will work. Weird looking belt, but that's okay. Then I am try to do something like this. So there we go. We have iron ingot, coal, ready to roll. I just need to place the 2 nodes. So I need to go grab the ore for normal coal node and a impure iron node. I also need to make some miners. So I'm going to go ahead and make, I guess we'll make maybe 4 of these. We'll maybe use a Mark II drill for the copper just so we can kind of eke that out a little bit better. So I need 1,000 coal ore. There's 1,000. And then on iron, I only need 500 for an impure. Okay, there's that. Now for the copper, I need 80 wire a minute, which is going to be 3 of these constructors. So I need just slightly more than an impure copper node. So I need a normal copper node. So I need another 10. There we go. There's 10. Great. So we have all the ore that we're going to require to construct this, or construct those that we need. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to place our impure iron node next to the smelter. Something like that should work. We'll grab just miner Mark 1, rotate it, so it's moving out this direction. And all I need to do is slam it into this guy. Now, I would not mind making this look a little nicer. Just fell off the platform, but that's okay. Something like that. That should see us just fine. And I wouldn't mind putting the coal node back here. So we'll target the power pole right there. Connect this over to this. Then we will place the normal coal node right in line here. And I think I can fit a miner next to this. Hopefully we can. We'll find out here in a moment. Yes, we can. Great. We'll plug that into power. I am going to need to go grab some cable, I'm noticing, but that's okay. And there's that. So we now have our coal and our iron being set up. So we have the steel part of this build done. We are now making 40 steel pipe a minute, and we only require 30. So great. Next step, we have to figure out how to get the wire set up. Now this, I do have a second 2 height level right here. I think I am going to take it up to 3 high, though, something like this. And I do want 1 meter thick foundation for this floor, just so it doesn't overlap with our machines below. And I can extend this out just a little bit. We don't need a ton of room. It's only like 3 constructors, 2 smelters, and a miner for copper. So this is probably sufficient. And let's figure this out. Need 3 constructors, and I'd like them to output kind of in this direction. So let's go ahead and line those out. 1, 2, and you know what? We'll put the 3rd one over here. Sure. We'll set these to create wire for us. Now this is going to require 45 copper ingots a minute in order to run. Pretty straightforward, right? Not too bad. Not bad at all. And I think I will connect this one down. We'll do something like that. So we've got some space. Maybe we can get away without grabbing cable. I don't actually know. But now I need to have 2 smelters to create the iron ink, or the, not iron, but the copper ingots, rather. And I think I could put them like here and here. This is where the ramp comes up, so that actually might work. I am not mad at that, so can I push it over one? I can't. But I can do something along these lines. Yeah, I'm not mad at that. Plug those in, and connect it to power. Copper ingot, and one of these is going to be overfilled anyway, so we will just plug that one straight in, and then I need a splitter to run the other 2. And I know this is not perfectly efficient and everything like that. We could underclock some stuff to save a little bit of power, but like I said earlier in the episode, I am not too worried about power consumption, so we will just open this wire constructor. All good, all good. Now, all we need to do is place down our copper miner in order to fuel these. So I don't really want to place it out here. I think what I could place it on this tile. Where does that sit in the factory below? So it's kind of hanging off. I don't know. The other thing I could do, actually, I could place the copper miner underneath this platform. Like I could put it back here and belt it up. So I think I'm going to do that instead. I kind of like that approach. So we're going to place our normal copper node like here. I don't know if that's going to work. Will it let me place a miner down here? It will. Fantastic. And I think I will connect the power up top. Ooh, we're going to have just enough cable to make that happen. Fantastic. Then, all I need to do is grab a conveyor lift, Mark 1, connect it here, bring it up here. Actually, what might make more sense is to get the splitter for these set up first, and then I can build a belt out from the miner and have the ore come up on this foundation instead. So it's going to be like at this spot here. So if I run something like that, then can I just place a lift? Have it come up like this. That goes in there. This goes in there. And there we go. There is the copper coming in. Now, what I need to do is merge these three lines and bring them over and then split them. Now, I could split them on the ground, or I could split them up top. I think I'll split them on the ground is what I want to do. So, get a splitter in position. Oh, I'm missing cable. Darn it. We were 2 cables short for this build. Let me go grab some. Not a big deal. We have plenty of it. Have a full box of it. As a matter of fact, there we go. Run back over, and we'll get this build finished out. And we'll have 10 stators a minute being built pretty easily. Right? And I think I will build it from this top platform. Kind of good. You can get an overview of where stuff is going and that sort of thing. Wouldn't mind having this connect like that. Then, oops. There we go. Bring you. I realized I said I would build this from the top and then immediately jump down. Sorry about that. But, there we go. It's a little easier to connect the belts right here. Then, what I'd like is to take... I do need a Mark II for this. Target it something like that. Now I have the lift in place, so I can aim. Actually, the lift is not tall enough, so I will place that from the top. Something. We'll place it like that. Now I need to merge these lines together. Something like that. And Mark 1's going into the merger, and then it's Mark 2's coming out of the merger. Just because we are going to be pushing more than 60 items a minute, we'll just connect the belts like this, and that should be our stator build up and running once the copper wire hits these assemblers. So let's kind of take a look here. And while it's spooling up, we'll kind of take a look at the build. So, for this build, pretty inexpensive as far as resources are concerned. It is 1 coal node, normal coal node, producing 60 a minute, 1 iron node, that's impure, producing 30 a minute. We need a smelter to make our ingots. We need a constructor to make our carbon dust. That is feeding our foundry. There are 2 foundries, making 60 steel ingots a minute, which those 60 steel ingots are split between 2 constructors, making 20 steel pipes a minute on the ground level. Then on the floor above, we have 3 constructors making copper wire, which technically requires 45 copper ingots a minute. We are doing 60 copper ingots a minute, so we're good there. So we are fueling this off of a single normal copper wire side. So total resource cost to build this is 1 normal copper node, 1 normal iron node, or not iron, let me try that again. 1 normal copper node, 1 normal coal node, and 1 impure iron node. All with Mark 1 miners, and it is taking advantage of verticality, so this build is quite a bit smaller footprint-wise. If it was compared with something all done on the ground level, we would have needed to expand our platform much further. But there you have it, folks. We have 10 stators per minute being made automatically in our factory now. So once we unlock accumulators and the milestones, we will be able to build them as we wish. But guys, if you enjoyed the episode, be sure to like, comment, subscribe as always. And until next time, this has been Lone Debater 7, and we will see ya.